What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. On the screen you will see the team that we are playing with today. You're like, wait, what? I thought, what happened to this team? This was last week's team. I made some changes, I made some mistakes, I bought some players that I didn't really want, I sold some players that I didn't really need. I went into the tournament that's still there, the 11 Nations tournament. I played a few games, I lost in the quarterfinal and I lost in the final. And wait, maybe not even that. Am I in the first round? I think I won the first round, yeah. I can't remember what I did, but all the footage that I got from what was supposed to be tonight's episode is corrupt. I was just trying to edit it now. None of it is, like, literally, I try and put it into Vegas, it just doesn't exist. So I handbrake it, which is like a tool that you use to kind of like recover corrupt footage. Nothing's there. So I didn't really do much in the episode. Bought and sold some few players. I was talking a lot about what to do in the future, and it still seems, and as you can see here, I did sell some players. I sold Lopez for 20.5k, I bought him for 18k, I sold Carvajal for 135, I bought him for 112, and for the guy, like, was my camera frozen? No. There was a guy in a previous episode that said, you know, I could potentially be selling players to myself from my main account, which would just be stupid. Like, it would just be so counterproductive and it'd be difficult to do. And you guys would find out if I was doing it. Like, there's, you know, I'm not here to cheat. Like, I haven't cheated throughout the whole year. Why would I now cheat at the end? You know, it just doesn't make sense. So I went back and bought a couple of players back. I bought Pepe. Right now, I bought him for 73k. I looked to buy him earlier and there were 3 up and one of them was for 90k, and I was like, ooh, should I buy it? I had enough coins, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I end up not, I end up waiting, and then after waiting I found that there was one listed for 73. Now I could list this Pepe straight away again for like 85k and probably make a little bit of coins on him. I'd make like about 7,000 coin profit. But I'm going to be playing a game today because we didn't get any gameplay in the last episode. I bought Juanfran, as you can see, for 56,500, and straight away there's already one cheaper. There's another one cheaper. And once again, there's only 5 on the market though, so good news is, if a couple of people buy Juanfrans throughout the next sort of like 8 to 12 hours, it will drive his price up a little bit, so I'll be able to get my money back from him if I needed to. I kept Sidibe, I kept Gonzalez, kept Ben Arfa, kept Kono and Royce, Kroos and Aubameyang, and kept Gareth Bale. And the reason why I kept these guys, I was thinking about what I could change. You know, Gareth Bale I could sell and get my money back, less tax, which wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be the end of the world. And I'm quite close to being able to afford Team of the Season Keylor Navas. The other thing I could do is wait to see what the tournament for tomorrow is and use this 70,000 coins to build for tomorrow's tournament. And the reason why I'm not re-entering this tournament is because it's crap. Like I wasn't enjoying using the team that I was using. Even though I won that last game, as you can see, 7-0, I just wasn't enjoying using the team. So I said to myself, like, I would rather play Division 1. Even though I said I'm not going to play Division 1, I am going to go back into Division 1, and we're going to play a live D1 game today. The reason why I'd rather play Division 1 than play for this Premium Gold Players Pack is because the likelihood of us getting anything in this Premium Gold Players Pack that's actually going to be helpful to us is very, very slim. Now, okay, we could get it and we could get ourselves a nice player in the pack. You know, we could pack, for example, this 90 rated Thomas Muller. However, if we did pack him, we wouldn't ever use him because he doesn't fit into the team anywhere. The same with Sanchez, the same with Lewandowski, the same with every single player, with exception of Rakitic and the left back Felipe Luis. If we got that left back Felipe Luis, he would be a nice addition to the team. But anyone else in this team, you know, that we could get in a pack, just wouldn't really help the team at all. Other than, you know, potential gold standard players. But even then, you're only looking at Ronaldo or Messi. And if we won that pack and then got a Ronaldo, or, you know, the likelihood of getting Ronaldo, Messi, or one of those two in forms that I'd actually would have wanted is very, very slim. And because they're untradeable, like, there's no point me having, you know, an untradeable Cristiano in the club, because he'll just never do anything. Now, I was looking at getting Keylor Navas. I could probably pick him up. Like, there's one for like 71,000 when I was checking just a minute ago. It looks like that one got picked up already, actually. Yeah, the 71k one did get picked up. But Keylor Navas I'd be able to get for quite cheap. Failing that, I could also go and get Felipe Luis. I could probably actually afford his Team of the Season if I sold Juanfran. The 85 Luis, so the 89 Luis is, what, about 100, maybe 90k. 96, 93, 84k. Wow, that's cheap. And this, remember that guy, I said to that guy, like, you can find them cheap. Look at that. That one's there, 84k. And it's been there for already 2.5 minutes and no one's bought it. Like, I could easily buy that today. Well, I can't easily buy it because I'm 20k short, but I could buy that today and flip it tomorrow for like 95,000 and make myself 5,000 coins profit. This exactly here is how it's really easy to generate coins this year. If you've got a bank of coins already, which we've got 70,000 or so, if you buy 1 or 2 players when you know that they're undervalued and then sell them at a better time, you can easily turn a profit. The only difference is we're a bit short. If I had the coins, even if I wasn't going to put him in a team, I'd buy him at 84k and I'd list him straight back up instantly at like 95k for like 12 hours and just hope that he sells. But unfortunately, let's add him to transfers and see if he eventually sells or not. But the fact that he's so cheap means that this Felipe Luis, the left back 85, must be, wow, there's only 4 of them on the market. We're going to add him to transfers as well, and we're going to come back to him because it's surprising that he's so cheap. I was watching Spin Bros earlier, and they went onto the market to look for a team of the season De Gea, and there was only 1 on the market. And look at that, there's only 6 special cards of De Gea on the market at all. 2 team of the seasons, 4 informs, and this again is exactly why players' prices are like this. Because somebody might watch this video, literally, like you guys might watch this video, I'll be damn, I can get 1 million coins for my blue De Gea, let me sell him now. And then all of a sudden 20, 30 people list him, and now all of a sudden there's loads on the market. Failing that, people could just look at the, the market and do it themselves without even me, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, this is only happening because of me, but it's potential that, that this series has an influence on the market. So I picked up Pepe for 73k, and now there's another one on the market for 88k. So I could easily list mine for 85k. I'd lose out 4.5k tax on him roughly, which would mean I'd get about 80k clean profit. I bought him for 73. I could easily make 7,000 coins profit on this Pepe. It's very possible I'll check again in another hour and there'll be 7 of them on the market and the cheapest one will be 65k. It's so, like, the market is just so screwed up right now. But this is the team we're going to play with today. I do want to get Ronaldo, and if I sold Bale for 220, even after tax 220, Pepe after tax for 80, that would be 300. With Juanfran that we could sell as well would make 350 or so, plus what we've got in the bank would make 430. We could go and get Ronaldo, and we could actually do that this episode right now. Somebody's bought one of these players now. There you go. That Felipe Luis went for 84k. I had a feeling he would go because he was stupid cheap. And now if that person just lists him up for like 92k, they've made a few thousand coins profit. It's not huge amounts, but it's a little bit. If Ronaldo's 400k or cheaper, I tell you what, we'll go and get him this episode, and we'll fit the rest of the team in however we have to. I'm reading comments. I've literally got like my other screen open right there with the comments on, which is probably why my face is really, really white. The only other alternative is to do this and make also my background really, really white. So I was sitting in dark to try and like hide the fact that my face is just stupid bright. Let me actually get rid of this. Let's have a look. Does that fix the face cam a little bit? I don't know. Does it fix the face cam a little bit? I'm trying to have a look here. Not really. It does a little bit. It does all right. But yeah, if Ronaldo's 400k or cheaper, which seems to be about his going price right now, he kind of fluctuates between like 380 to 440 on any given day. If he is 400k, we could sell up and get him, but that is pretty much all of my money all at once, all gone, which I don't ever advise to people. So he is still bang on for, wow, that doesn't even have a bid on it. Right, we've got 13 minutes. This episode might turn out to have no gameplay. I'm going to have to get really, really creative with how I sell these players because it's going to have to happen quite quick. 73k for Pepe. We'll list him up for 85. I'll still make profit on 85, assuming he gets bought within the time needed. And then we'll just go and get the regular Pepe to put into that spot there. So 85k for Pepe, hopefully he'll sell. Juanfran I'm going to have to get rid of. This is another situation. Actually, let me get rid of Bale first. Again, if I can get rid of Bale. We bought him for 220. There's 230, 225. All right, I'm going to list him up for 215. So we're going to lose about 11k tax, which will give us 204,000 coins in total, plus what we already have, plus that Pepe, might be enough to get that Cristiano Ronaldo. It might be enough. We're going to have to wait and see. We'll go down here. We'll put him to, what did I say we'll list him at? 215. I'm hoping Gareth Bale gets bought pretty quickly at 215. We've got two, oh, we haven't sold two of anything. If that Ronaldo's been bought, okay, somebody's bid on it. So we've got 11 minutes, 328k. We could probably get him for around 370. So are we going to also need to sell Juanfran or not? Let's have a look at what we've got. I don't have anything apart from bronzes. Actually, there's a Pepe there that won't probably sell. If he doesn't sell, I'll just throw him back into the team. Failing that, we've got this Pepe here. He'll give us, so we'll basically get exactly 300,000 less tax, which will be 15. So we'll get 285. And we've got 67. That'll put us at 352. That's not enough. We're going to have to sell Juanfran. If we sell Juanfran, we can afford Ronaldo at 400k no matter what. So we're going to list, I'm going to list Juanfran. It's going to have cost me, again, tax. Although I'm going to make money on Pepe. So, you know, it's not like I'm losing money just hand over fist. But Juanfran, 56, 52, 59. I bought him for 56k and I'm going to sell him for 50k. Which after tax is going to lose me altogether, literally 9,000 coins. I'm going to lose the money that I'm going to make on Pepe, I'm going to lose on Juanfran, which is quite frustrating. But it will mean that we will get Cristiano Ronaldo into the club, as long as they sell. So for now, guys, I'm actually going to stop recording right here and see if they sell or not. Because if they don't sell, it doesn't make any difference, because I won't be able to get that Ronaldo. I'll have to wait until they do sell. So I will be right back. Okay guys, so I was going to upload this yesterday. Instead I decided not to upload it because after I did the intro bit that we just did live there, I started playing around. I started like playing a few games whilst waiting for those players to sold. That Pepe sold for 85k, so we actually made a nice amount of profit on him. And I was just checking that Felipe Luis, and this is what I'm saying to you guys about like the players and the prices. Like that Felipe Luis was there on the market for 30k. The next cheapest one was 35k. We saw one sell for 40k whilst making the video. So I thought, let me snap that up. Let me try and list it for a little bit more. You know, I'll list it for like 37,500 because there was one more at 35k. Then it was mine. So I thought if that 35k one goes, then my one will go. Happy days. In the meantime, I filled in the rest of the squad with some untradables. I had Sane up at right wing. Koke, Mustafi, DeMarcos, and I thought, let me go into some games, let me get some gameplay. I'm still waiting for that Bale to sell. I'm still waiting for that Juanfran to sell. We come up against this team in the Cup. I think this is the second round of the Cup now. I'm not entirely sure. But we start off pretty well here. Aubameyang and Royce connecting pretty well down that left-hand side. I absolutely love playing with Aubameyang and Royce. I know I say it a lot, but I can't wait, right? In FIFA 17, I tell you what I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about the players that we're going to get from the squad building challenge very early on in the game. Because if there is one, if there's one purple player that's just marginally better than their regular card and probably never going to be as good as any informs or team of the seasons later on in the year, it's the sort of player that I'll end up playing with for a long, long time. As you guys have probably seen, I gear towards, like, not untradables necessarily, but first owners. I gear towards things that I've earned rather than that I've bought, which is why I love playing with Royce, Aubameyang. It's why I'm building a team specifically to fit in Royce, Aubameyang, Konoplyanka, Hafton Ben Arfa, and Gonalons. And if I could, if there was a formation where I was better at the game with said formation, I would actually be able to fit in far more, because what we would do is we'd do Aubameyang striker, Royce left wing, Toni Kroos centre mid, we'd play Aubameyang on 7 we'd then put Castro up front with Konoplyanka right mid, and then put like any Spanish centre midfielder in to give Castro the links, and then again we'd play Gonalons at CDM at centre back. Like I could go 4-4-2 and fit more in, but I just don't think the formation is as strong. Maybe it's something we'll try out. Maybe it's something we'll test going forwards. You know, today we're looking to try and buy Cristiano Ronaldo. What a goal that was from Aubameyang, by the way. I just love him. for those of you that play with this team of the season card, tweet me your goal to game ratios with him, because my goal to game record and assist to game record with this pink Aubameyang is retarded good, and obviously his team of the season card is better. So I would love to see what you guys are able to achieve with your team of the season Aubameyangs. Now, as I was playing these games, I could feel for the last few days for me as well, and we spoke about this in yesterday's video, or the 2 days ago's video. For the last 2 days, FIFA's just been weird. Like, I know, like, I'm an advocate and trying to not convince people, but trying to give my point across about how I don't believe there's handicap and I don't believe there's scripting. I do believe there's momentum in the game, but I personally believe that most errors are human errors, or people not understanding the game mechanics correctly to the point where they make the same mistakes time and time again, and instead of trying to rectify those mistakes, they'll try it again and still be like shocked when that easy pass didn't come off or that easy shot didn't come off. But there are certain times in the game, and I know this is like relatively hypocritical of me to say so, but there are certain times in FIFA where no matter what happens, you just get shafted. Like, you have these odd games here or there where you're like, how? And these games are the ones that, like, even the games that I'm winning here today that you're seeing, throughout those games, I was sitting there like, how is this happening? How is this keeper making this super save? How is my striker missing this easy chance? And I'm going to show a few highlights going forwards in a few of the games. Somewhere I win, somewhere I lose, where it's like, how has this happened? And like I said, I know like human error is usually the problem. I know there are certain times where I analyze my gameplay backwards afterwards. I end up selling that Felipe Luis, by the way, for 33,500, and those 2 games that I played were actually critical to us being able to afford Cristiano Ronaldo, because he was going for 406,000. I had to sell Aurier. I had to sell a left mid to left wing card, I think, that I had sat in the club. But there you have it, guys. We have bought Cristiano Ronaldo. In terms of a YouTuber's road to glory, I do believe I'm the first person to ever do this. In terms of just playing FIFA, I'm obviously not the first person to ever do this. I know Inception has bought Ronaldo, good versions of Ronaldo, and all he does is play the game. He never puts money into the game. But for a YouTube series, for just one, you know, for a guy who's played just, you know, a few hundred games on an account, this is some achievement, and I only did it for you guys. I did it because I wanted to show you guys that it is possible. It is possible to not spend any money on the game and still have an incredible team with incredible players, and even the best players. Like, the most expensive base gold card is that. It is Cristiano Ronaldo. I know Messi's higher rated this year at 94. We could buy Messi for like 280,000 coins, so we could sell Ronaldo for 400k, go and buy Messi instead. I'm probably not going to do that. Now that I've got him in the club, I'm probably going to keep him in the club. But this is his first game, guys. So Aubameyang threads it through to Cristiano Ronaldo. This is literally his first touch of the ball, his second touch, and then Handanovic makes a save. And I kind of felt at this point, alright, something's not right. And as I said, the previous few games anyway, even though I won both of them up to this point, something felt wrong within FIFA. It just wasn't feeling good. And I started hitting this guy with chance after chance. Good save from Handanovic. Ronaldo, big save from Handanovic. Like, these are chances that on a different day just go in. Look at that. Handanovic gets Royce's free kick, touches it onto the post. Konoplyanka picks up the loose ball. I don't think anything happens there. It doesn't. I'm already 1-0 down in the final, and then with this guy's second attack, 30 minutes in, he scores the first goal with his first attack, he scores the second goal with his second attack, and how unlucky was that? DeMarcos turns around, instead of just putting his foot on the ball and running away with it, he lunges for it, which isn't human error, that's AI error, that is. You can't stop that when they lunge for it automatically, and by way of lunging for it, he actually threaded the ball back into the guy's path. Guy went 3-0 up. You know, I was dominating the first half, and I found myself 3-0 down, and now of course I have to go attacking or ultra attacking, and that, as you'll see, just left my defense wide open, and this guy just basically just put away every single chance. And you'll see, I think by the half-time stats, he had 5 shots and scored 4 goals, and I think I had he had 6-5 and scored 4. I had 5-4 and scored none, but 3 of those were off the post. Handanovic picking up a couple of big saves, a little bit less possession for me. But we're going into the second half, and I still believe that I could get back into this game, because I believe that I was playing good football. And there's Kroos into Aubameyang, and how has Handanovic saved that? Aubameyang puts those in every single time. I'm just getting super unlucky with every attacking option. And you know, there could be something to be said, like, if I look back to it, like, when I went through Cristiano Ronaldo very early on, I could have hit the long shot, might have gone into the top corner. It's a different game, you know. There are different things that I could have done, and I have to give props to my opponent. I'm not taking anything away from him. Like, he was clinical in front of goal. He was very clever with the way he created chances. He played like a counter-attacking chip-through ball game, and it was effective. I can't take anything away from that, but no shock when his goalkeeper gets his man of the match with a 9.2, picking up 9 saves. And although it still says I only had 6 shots, 5 on target, it's because, like you guys know full well, we've explained it several times before, the stats just don't count correctly. Like, first time shots don't count as shots, headers don't count as shots. There's quite a few things in the stats that are wrong. So our first game with Cristiano Ronaldo ends up in a loss, and I was like, okay, this can't happen. We need to get him on the ball. We need to get him on the scoreboard. And what is Ruffier doing, by the way? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Ruffier is in absolutely no man's land right there, doing I don't know what for I don't know who. That wasn't me calling him out. He was just out there by himself. But we did get back into this game. Cristiano Ronaldo gets his first goal for the club, and if Ruffier was a bit of a mess up one end, his goalkeeper was a bit of a mess down the other end. Through ball comes through, his goalkeeper runs out, and instead of just diving on the ball, just runs past it and allows me the possession. So we go into extra time in this game. He crosses it in, he gets a header with Sergio Ramos there and scores to make it 2-1. But as you saw by the match stats at halftime, you know, I was in a good spot in this game. I was controlling the game. I was having far more shots, far more opportunities, and we end up scoring a double bicycle kick goal there. Toni Kroos with the bike just hits the floor. Aubameyang bikes it into the back of the net. That was an AI-controlled shot, an AI-controlled goal. That wasn't anything to do with me, but I'll take the goal. We then, in the 117th minute, get the ball with Sane there and put that into the back of the net. And I was very happy about scoring that goal because I've been struggling. Honestly, I've been struggling. Maybe a formation change would be good right now to try and inject something into the game. Then into the 120th minute, guys, Nolito puts in the corner. His keeper's up. I get the ball out. I do the smart thing. I play it safe. I get it to Kroos, I try and just bang it towards the goal, and it just hits PK. And then my defence just falls apart. I miss one header, I miss one tackle, I miss another tackle, 3 defenders around Nolito that won't go and get him, and he ends up putting it in the back of the net to make it 3-3. So we're going to penalties in a game that I've just stomped my opponent on. I think he actually had a lot of shots towards the end, like a lot of long shots out of frustration to try and get back in the game. I missed my first penalty as well, which obviously wasn't good. So we go 0-0 after 1. I save his first penalty, which is great. I love it when people put like lack of power, because it's just really easy to guess what they're going to do. I end up putting my next penalty straight down the middle, top middle. Sane getting a lovely goal. He steps up with Javi Martinez and goes just to the keeper's right, to his left, and puts it in the back of the net at 1-1. Ruben Castro, another sub that I brought on, pops a ball in the back of the net. So 2-1 after 3 penalties for me, but only 2 for him. Antoine Griezmann steps up, he shoots, and Ruffier redeems himself from his earlier mistakes, giving us a 2-1 lead. Aubameyang steps up, puts this one top left bins. 3-1 now. If he misses this, it's game over. If he scores, all I have to do is score my own. He shoots, and how has that gone in? How has that gone in? I stand there, it hits Ruffier in the ball sack, and it manages to creep in. But Marco Reus steps up with that final penalty, shoots and scores, and we win the game. And in my opinion, deservedly so. You know, you guys know full well, match stats never tell the true story or the whole story. Sometimes they're a good indication of how a match went, but they're not always the only indication. You know, like I think genuinely this guy had like 17 shots, if I remember correctly. But so many of those shots were not only necessarily from long range, but from just bad angles. Like, even a shot in the box can be a bad shot at times, you know what I mean? But we end up getting the win, which was nice. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't make really any difference because like, it's the Gold Cup. Like, we're not even playing divisions. A few more bronze items sold, and, you know, hitting up the bronze pack method, trying to grow this coin base back up to like 10, 15k. We get Pepe, who didn't sell, so we send him back to the club because he's going to become one of our players again, and I relist all the other players. Now, as we wind down here, guys, just showing you the kind of final stages of the squad that we've built. I am very happy with this squad, and I'm very happy with this Road to Glory. And I think the aim for the Road to Glory now, I think somebody mentioned in the comment section, is to potentially enter and win an online draft. That's the only thing we haven't done on this account so far. So yeah, winning an online draft might just be the next step for this Road to Glory. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.